This is proof a narcissist doesn't miss you the way you miss them. Have you ever found yourself caught in a toxic relationship with a narcissist? It can be incredibly tough to come to terms with, especially when you're left feeling lost and confused after the relationship ends. It's natural to question yourself and wonder what went wrong. But did you know that narcissists often use tactics such as gaslighting, manipulation, and belittling to maintain control over their partners? It's true, and that's why it can be so difficult to move on. If you're struggling to understand why your narcissist ex-partner seems to have no trouble moving on while you're left feeling broken and alone, you're not alone. But the truth is, the narcissist's lack of attachment to you is simply a reflection of their inability to form healthy relationships. And in order to truly free yourself from the hold they've had on you, it's time to dig deeper and unearth the truth. Join us in this episode as we explore the answers to your questions and help you find the closure you deserve. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to learn more about why narcissists don't miss you as much as you miss them. And hit the bell icon below to stay updated with our latest content. The journey to healing starts now. Are you ready? Let's start this discussion by acknowledging that individuals who exhibit narcissistic traits may struggle with object permanence and consistency. Essentially, for a narcissist, if they can't see you, then you do not exist in their mind. It's almost as if you're dealing with a child trapped in an adult's body who simply cannot comprehend that there's a world beyond what they can see, hear, taste, touch, or feel. Take, for instance, a toddler whose favorite toy has been taken away and buried. The child might throw a tantrum or request the toy's immediate return, but would eventually be distracted by something else. Why? Because they lack the cognitive ability to absorb new information about the world around them. Similarly, a narcissist's limited capacity to perceive beyond their immediate surroundings and circumstances hinders their growth and development. It's not their fault. They simply were not taught how to process information in a way that facilitates growth and positive interaction with the world around them. And if history has taught us anything, it's that this routine never works out well for them. If you stop feeding a narcissist's ego or withdraw from them, they will stop holding on to memories of you. In other words, they will see you as irrelevant since you're not serving their needs. They are easily lured by shallow things, and right now, someone else may be capturing their attention. They won't think of you or acknowledge you until they need a favor or you reach out to them. And if they have to work too hard to communicate with you, they won't even bother. Narcissists' tendency to focus solely on themselves due to their sense of entitlement and self-absorption leads them to disregard anything else that doesn't benefit them. They don't cherish memories, and they don't leave behind any possessions when they exit a relationship. Even if they're no longer physically in your life, they won't miss the times you spent together because, to them, it was only a means of following instructions or a task to complete. They may have even carried out actions against your feelings because they knew it would hurt you. However, as they had no emotional investment in you, the situation was simply a job that needed to be done, and they did it without a second thought or any curiosity about the outcome. In short, they won't miss you if they don't know who you are or see any benefit in doing so. Another possible factor that makes talking about painful incidents therapeutic is trauma bonding. You and the narcissist may have experienced similar traumas. As a result, you may miss them and want to know what they're up to or who they're with, especially if you consider them to be more important than other people. However, before closing this chapter, it's essential to have a final conversation with them to gain closure. Despite feeling the need to move on, you may experience cognitive dissonance, struggling to reconcile their toxic behavior with the positive moments that you shared. You may question whether they are genuinely a narcissist or not, leading you to become trapped in a cycle of unhealthy attachment. Due to repeated traumatic experiences, you may feel stable in their company even when your senses are on high alert and your emotions run amok. It's crucial to remind yourself of what transpired in the relationship and who the narcissist is. They may have caused you a great deal of pain while pretending to offer support or love. They never intended to fulfill their promises or help you, but their intermittent acts of kindness led you to believe that everything was all right. Sadly, their actions only served to balance the scales, leaving you feeling miserable. The current situation is that you are seeking stability and longing for the closeness you once shared with the narcissist when they were at their best. However, they are not missing you because they no longer feel the same way they made you feel. You became close to them by focusing entirely on them and elevating them to the top of your priorities. They believed they had complete control over your life, which was a significant attraction for them. They found what they were looking for elsewhere and stopped seeking it from you. As they have taken over your identity, they can vanish until they need power again. They do not appear to care about you or feel any guilt or shame for their actions. They consider their behavior to be entirely acceptable, and therefore there is no sense of guilt or remorse. They do not understand what is appropriate or inappropriate behavior and live in the present without regard for the past. In reality, this indicates that finality is absolute when endings occur. However, it's time to move forward and focus on getting better. That concludes this episode, and I hope you found it informative. Please leave a comment below, give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'd love to continue the conversation with you. Let's get to work on feeling better.
So everyone, have you ever found yourself in a toxic relationship with a narcissist? It can be tough to come to terms with, I know, but did you know that narcissists often use tactics such as gaslighting, manipulation, and belittling to maintain control over their partners? This is why it can be so difficult to move on. If you are struggling to understand why your narcissistic ex-partner seems to have no trouble moving on while you have left feeling broken and alone, I'm here to tell you that you are not alone. But the truth is, the narcissist's lack of attachment to you is simply a reflection of their inability to form healthy relationships. And that's why I want to help you find the closure that you deserve. For narcissists, if they can't see you, you don't exist in their minds. They have limited cognitive ability to perceive beyond their immediate surroundings and circumstances. If you stop feeding their ego or withdraw from them, they will stop holding on to memories of you. They simply won't see you as relevant since you are not serving their needs. Narcissists tend to focus solely on themselves, leading them to disregard anything that doesn't benefit them. But there may be other factors at play, such as trauma bonding. It's crucial to remind yourself of who the narcissist truly is, what they have done to you, and how they have made you feel. Despite feeling the need to move on, you may experience cognitive dissonance, struggling to reconcile their toxic behavior with the positive moments that you shared, so it's time to focus on getting better and leave them behind. Well, that's all for today's episode, guys. I hope you found it informative and helpful. Please leave a comment below, give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Let's continue the conversation and work towards healing. Have a nice day, everyone.